I wish I was westward of Dingle, on the golden sands of Belbon, where I'd wait for the mountain of Brandon to appear in the red light of dawn. I'd gaze over Smerwick Harbour and the yacht with its billowing sail. My body is here in the Bowery, my heart's in the Land of the Gael. For the curse of the drink is upon me, it softens my will and my brain, and whenever I save a few dollars, I fall off the wagon again. But I'm thinking of lovely Crook Varheen, the Blaskets and fair Cown Shebale. When the sun is a red ball of fire as it sets on the Land of the Gael. Now the wind, like a knife, it goes through me, and with hunger I'm ready to fall, and the snowflakes are swirling around me as I head for the church mission hall. But I hear the sweet song of the skylark, and I list to the curlew's sad wail, as over the ocean they call me to come back to the Land of the Gael. For it's 50 long years since I left it, a young fellow still in my teens. Did I ever return? Now you ask me. I go back every night in my dreams, but the call of my homeland's all powerful, and I'm certain this time I'll not fail. Then I'll hear my own tongue, and again I'll be young when I'm home in the Land of the Gael. Much have I traveled, many sights I have seen, since I left my home in that island of green. From London to Boston, wherever I roam, I long to return to my old Sligo home. How joyful that good day that we all spend as we walk by Glencar, so happy and content. In Hazelwood meadows I oft walked alone, mid scenes of contentment near my old Sligo home. For the bright lights of London are pretty to see, and the sidewalks of New York are so grand to me. But I change it all and never more to take the road westward to my old Sligo home. To see great Ben Bulben and the High Knot array, and the sun reclining o'er sweet Sligo Bay. The Garavogue River flows out to the foam amidst the green hillsides near my old Sligo home. Farewell to that old home and the kind folks I knew. Every song and story with hearts loyal and true. Someday I will wander back home across the foam to take the road westward to my old Sligo home. For the bright lights of London are pretty to see, and the sidewalks of New York are so grand to me. But I change it all and never more to take the road westward to my old Sligo home. To take the road westward to my old Sligo home. Bowron and banjo, fiddle and bow, heavenly pipers in harmony blow. Song of a maiden so lovely and fair, placed in white satin with gold in her hair. Song of the flowers blown in the wind, of mountains and valleys with beauty no end, of the highways and byways, river and stream. Song of a young man in search of a dream. So hark to the sound of the fiddle and bow, and the heavenly piper, bodhrán and banjo. For the warm winds of change are beginning to blow, when we'll dance to the tune of the fiddle and bow. Song of a people troubled and torn, where innocent children don't ask to be born. So play ye piper the pipes of peace, so the harsh winds that blow soon will blow with ease. And hark to the sound of the fiddle and bow, and the heavenly piper, bodhrán and banjo. For the warm winds of change are beginning to blow, and we'll dance to the tune of the fiddle and bow, and we'll dance to the tune of the fiddle and bow. The night was dark, the land was bleak, and not a soul was seen, when a thunderous sound was heard all round the shores of Skibbereen. A tidal wave no warning gave, and gale force winds did roar. A fishing boat barely afloat came crashing to the shore, and the storm was raging furious, no sign of life was seen, as neighbours searched in vain along the shores of Skibbereen. Now torn and tossed at sea, lives lost, victims of the deep, and mothers weep, for kissed by sleep, their sons are lost beneath. For a tidal wave no warning gave, rose from the ocean bed, with heavy hearts from far off parts they came to mourn the dead. And the storm was raging furious, no sign of life was seen, as neighbours searched in vain along the shores of Skibbereen. Long time has passed now since the day those men sailed from the shore, on a fishing trip were set adrift, to be seen again no more. But then one night, while all lay fast and winds did loudly roar, a fishing boat in full float came drifting to the shore. was seen. While neighbours slept, throughout there crept the ghost of Skibbereen. And the storm was raging furious, no sign of life was seen. While neighbours slept, throughout there crept the ghost of Skibbereen. I joined the flying column in 1916 in Cork with Sean Moylan, in Tipperary with Dan Breen. Arrested with my comrades and sentenced for to die. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee Mountain Boy. We went along the valleys and over the hilltops green, where we met with Deanie Lacey, Sean Hogan and Dan Breen. Sean Moylan and his gallant men who kept the flag flying high. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee Mountain Boy. We trekked the Wicklow mountains, we were rebels on the run. Though haunted night and morning, we were outlaws but free men. And we tracked the Dublin mountains as the sun was rising high. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee Mountain Boy. I will bid farewell to old Clonmel that I never more shall see, and to the Galtee mountains that oft times sheltered me, to the men who fought for their liberty and died without a sigh. May their cause be ne'er forgotten, said the Galtee Mountain Boy. May their cause be ne'er forgotten, said the Galtee Mountain Boy. My dear old home, 'neath the Kerry hills, my thoughts are still with thee. Although I'm in some distant land across the deep blue sea, I long to stand outside your door and see the sun go down, and hear the church bells tolling o'er my native Brosna Town. By the old wood road I long to stroll, with its hedges tall and green. By Hannon's gate I would debate with some lovely fair colleen, or take a walk to Guinea's Bridge on a Sunday afternoon, where oft I danced a polka set to the fiddler's lively tune. Old Carrigalin's winding bend in fancy too I see, where the river Vale flows fast and free round Murphy's elder tree, where many a romance was discussed from dark until the dawn, and where I spent many a happy hour with my darling Colleen Bawn. On Knock at Clare's famed hilltop I hope to stand once more, to view from Shannon Airport the town of sweet Rathmore, back from the peaks of Cuddy's Reeks to Killarglen on the Lown, from Castlemaine to Coolagrain and home by Brosna Town. Now to conclude and say farewell to your mother and Ireland too, I'll ne'er forget when both of you just faded from my view, but soon I will return again, and good times we'll put down at my dear old home by the old wood road, 3 miles from Brosna Town. My lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. The sun, it shone out like a jewel on the lovely hills of Clare, as I strolled along with my sweet love one evening at the fair. Her eyes, they shone like the silver stream, with her long blonde golden hair. I won the heart of a young sweet lass, my lovely Rose of Clare. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. Then we walked down by the river bank where the lovely Shannon lies, and listened to the nightingale singing songs for you and I. But now to say goodbye, farewell to all your people there, for I have stolen the heart of one, my lovely Rose of Clare. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses, like the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. I've waited for you and I've always been true. Waiting no longer I can stand. I know you had time to make up your mind. I've waited as long as I can. I've waited for you to say you love me.
Say you love me.
I've longed for the day you take my hand. I asked again last night, your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can. I've done all I can do, said all I can say. Why can't I make you understand? I've wanted you for mine, but I've wasted my time. I've waited as long as I can. I've waited for you to say you love me.
Say you love me.
I've longed for the day you take my hand. I asked again last night, your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can. So now I'll say goodbye as a tear rolls from my eye, for you have made it plain that I can't win. No one will ever know the pain I've been through. I've waited as long as I can. I've waited for you to say you love me.
Say you love me.
I've longed for the day you take my hand. I asked again last night, your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can. I've waited for you to say you love me.
Say you love me.
I've longed for the day you take my hand. I asked again last night, your love so divine. I've waited as long as I can. well I do remember our childhood years together, when every day we used to play, come sunshine or in rain. But little did I know then that my heart it could be broken with only just a hurting word from you, Sarah Jane. For when she was a baby, I watched her grow into a lady, and at 16 she was the fairest maiden ever seen. It would lift your heart to see her, she was as pretty as the flowers, with eyes of blue, 'twas easy loving you, Sarah Jane. Through meadow fields in summer, as often we would wander, we'd reminisce and hug and kiss where once we used to play. But the love that Sarah gave me now is only a memory, and memories I'll always have of you, Sarah Jane. It was in the cold of winter, as the snow lay on the heather, my love took ill and caught a chill, and now she's in the grave. Though she's no longer with me, there's our little girl so pretty, with eyes of blue just like you, Sarah Jane. With eyes of blue just like you, Sarah Jane. I left my home when gentle spring was breeding on the land, my fiddle strung across my back, my hazel stick in hand. I knew I'd find good company in the long days yet to come, like the pleasure and the company of winter nights at home. On a long winter's night, and the fire burning bright, and the fiddler in the corner by the flickering firelight, and the laughter and the company would make your spirits bright. There's music in the rafters on a long winter's night. I spent all spring and summer with my friends along the way. We'd gather in the evening, we'd play till break of day. I learned the songs and stories and tunes I didn't know, through bright and night, through hail and hot, through winter's rain and snow. On a long winter's night, and the fire burning bright, and the fiddler in the corner by the flickering firelight, and the laughter and the company would make your spirits bright. There's music in the rafters on a long winter's night. We fiddled Ginny's chickens and the maid behind the bar, Bonnie Kate and Johnny Brown and the bucks of O'er and More. I learned the songs Leave Gallon Bray, the waters of Cool Fin, and the bonny bunch of roses ere the long nights coming in. On a long winter's night, and the fire burning bright, and the fiddler in the corner by the flickering firelight, and the laughter and the company would make your spirits bright. There's music in the rafters on a long winter's night. When summer days are over and fields are waving low, and the days are getting shorter and the nights are turning cold, autumn is a lonesome time when leaves begin to wane. I'm eagerly awaiting the winter nights again. On a long winter's night, and the fire burning bright, and the fiddler in the flickering firelight, and the laughter and the company would make your spirits bright. There's music in the rafters on a long winter's night, on a long winter's night, and the fire burning bright, and the fiddler in the corner by the flickering firelight, and the laughter and the company would make your spirits bright. There's music in the rafters on a long winter's night. I have walked down a road full of memories, on a journey back to visit childhood friends. I stopped at a gate that led into a schoolyard. Long forgotten feelings come to me again. The silence it stares from the dirty, dusty windows, broken only by the babble of a stream. And I feel as though I'm watched by 1,000 different faces, as I recollect 1,000 different names. Now the old schoolyard is wild and overgrown, all the fences that I've crossed are broken down. And I've learned many things, some of them best forgotten, since the last time that I stood upon that ground. I close my eyes, I can't hold back the feeling. Childhood voices calling out to me. For deep inside, I see one of these faces, looking at the man that he turned out to be. Now the old schoolyard is wild and overgrown, all the fences that I've crossed are broken down. And I've learned many things, some of them best forgotten, since the last time that I stood upon that ground. Now the old schoolyard is wild and overgrown, all the fences that I've crossed are broken down. And I've learned many things, some of them best forgotten, since the last time that I stood upon that ground. Now the old schoolyard. Back in 1899, everybody sang Auld Lang Syne. 100 years would take a long, long time for every little boy and girl. Now there's just one thing that I would like to know. Where did the 20th century go? I swear it was there just a minute ago. All over this world, all over this world, all over this world. The 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world. Old Father Time is a rumbling and a rapping, standing in the window, thumping and a tapping. Everybody's waiting for something to happen. Hope it don't happen to you. You know the judgment day is getting nearer. There it is in the rear view mirror. If you duck down, I could see a little clearer. All over this world, all over this world, all over this world. The 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world, all over this world, all over this world. The 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world.